Yeah, I can see my beautiful shining face. Alright, so today's broadcast is about alternative album covers and original pressings and different labels and things like that. So I'm going to go alphabetically by my list of albums. I'm going to start with this one right here, AC/DC's High Voltage. This is the Australian import version of High Voltage, and as you see, it has a different track listing. Over here, this is the more familiar worldwide release of High Voltage with alternative track listings, wherever those are. Now, the High Voltage album that was produced in Australia and probably New Zealand and areas like that is called TNT. So High Voltage Worldwide and High Voltage Australia is called TNT. So this one and the TNT album have the exact same track listing that you see up here. Still figuring out this camera. This one is the Aussie import of High Voltage, and it has a completely different track listing. None of the songs are the same. And this is on the beautiful blue and gold, or black and gold, I think that's blue, Albert Productions label. I got this on eBay for 25 bucks, actually 24 bucks. And everywhere else I see it, it costs like at least 75. So I got me quite a deal on that. Right here, we have the import version of Dirty Deeds, done dirt cheap. Not super rare, but can be fairly difficult to find. But plenty of copies on eBay, front and back. And again, this one is on the Burgundy Albert Productions label, and I don't know how well you can see it, but it's on green marble vinyl. I got this one on eBay as well. I don't remember what I paid. That sounds good. And the rest are just, some are just original pressings that I felt like showing. They're not rare or anything like that, but I like them. And we have the original first pressing of Aerosmith Live bootleg, gatefold cover with live action shots of the band. And I believe this one, yep, here's the original insert. And I thought this came with a poster, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's the original insert for the other sticker. Ah, yes, see? I was right. It came with the original poster. I got this at a great used record store. And here is the poster that came with it. Ooh, very exciting, isn't it? Oh, it reminds me. Got one more album I wanted to show. Alright. I was going alphabetical, but I will save that one. And this one is Aerosmith's Done with Mirrors album. The printing is backwards. You have to put it in front of a mirror. You can see the printing is backwards, including the track listings and all the fine print. Still having camera issues. All the fine print at the bottom here. Later pressings had the album entirely as it should be, with the printing normal, and some had the main print backwards, but the fine print like the year and all that record label stuff right there frontwards. But this one has all backwards printing, and of course original insert. Alright. Another one that's not horribly hard to find, but not super easy, is the original cover of the Blind Faith album. Should I cover her breasts? Maybe they won't show this on YouTube if you see it in all her half-naked glory. So this is the original Blind Faith album. And here's the inside. Later versions had these pictures as the front and back cover. And the story of it goes is this girl on the cover, she's only 11 years old. And originally it was going to be her 14-year-old sister, but the photographer thought the 14-year-old looked too old. So they hired this girl who's only 11. Her parents must be so proud. Right here we have Cream album Wheels of Fire in the original first pressing foil cover. Again, not super hard to find. If you look for it, you can find it. And here's the inside gatefold. And it is on the Atco label. Original foil cover. They all look very similar, but this one is actually actual foil. There you go. And now we have the Cream album Disraeli Gears. Not a gatefold. This is the Disraeli Gears album. This is an original first pressing on the Reaction label. Atco was the American release, and the UK label, because Cream is from the UK, was released on Reaction Records. And this is a first pressing of the Reaction record label of Cream's Disraeli Gears. Isn't this exciting watching me put away my records? They're all strewn about. It's going to be a mess getting them back. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Don't know my alphabet. This is Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction with the original band cover featuring this giant, I don't know what it is, UFO alien thing. And then the robot who apparently just raped this woman down below because her panties are down and her breasts are out. And this is the original cover that was banned, and the newer version, or the re-released version of this album, has this as an insert on the inside. The back is the same. And this one is pressed on beautiful pink vinyl. There's the G side for Guns, and here's the R side for Roses, of course. One of the best debut rock albums of all time. One of the best selling ones as well. One day I'll tell you the story about how I got this record. It's kind of a hassle, actually. And next up is the original pressing of Lynyrd Skynyrd's Street Survivor with the Fire. Now they've re-released this album on 180 gram vinyl with this original cover. But this was the original first pressing of the album. And with the gatefold, the picture of the band. And this was on old-timey MCA records. It came with, get it out, came with this insert with the Lynyrd Skynyrd Survival Kit, which includes, I don't know what it includes. Includes a t-shirt, a 24-page photo souvenir booklet, and a pendant on a chain. And on the back you can order the albums in different forms. You can see how old this is. You can actually order on 8-track if you wanted. And then, of course, people would fill out the questionnaire, have you seen the band live, and stuff like that. It's cool when the used record stores sell a record with the original inserts. I like those people that keep the inserts when they sell their records. And here we have Pink Floyd, The Wall. This was a, I don't know if it's an original pressing, but this is a very early pressing done in Canada. It's a very early Canadian pressing. Probably like 81-ish maybe, would be my guess. And once again, of course, original lyrics inserts. The labels look the same. Oh, let me go back a letter. Here we have, again, original pressing, not hard to find, but I do like it, of Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick album with the St. Cleeve Chronicle. And you open it up, and it comes with the original newspaper. Okay, look at that. And just like one of my other albums, this one comes with a crossword puzzle, which I'm glad wasn't filled out, and a draw by numbers, which I'm glad it wasn't completed as well. And the whole thing's like a newspaper with some pretty funny stories like this. Non-rabbit missing. That's Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick on the Reprise label. Reprise, however you want to pronounce it. And now back to Pink Floyd. An original pressing of the album Animals. This has recently been re-released, I believe, on 180 or 200 gram vinyl. But I like first pressings of classic albums, so I bought this one. And again, original lyrics insert. And this one comes on the, what's the record label? And there's a picture of the label. And another Pink Floyd album, one of my favorites, one of their most underrated albums, is Obscured by Clouds. I love this album. This may not be a first pressing, but it's an early one. But back, and this is pressed on the Harvest record label. Again, another re-release, but this is an early pressing, but they've re-released it on 180 gram, 200 gram vinyl. And finally, I guess this will be the last album for today, is Pink Floyd's album Metal. This was, see the punch out right there, that means it was in the cheap bin. This is probably a pretty early pressing of this album. Nice band photo right there. And once again, it is on the Harvest label. So there you have it. Just a few of my records that I wanted to share with you that have alternate covers, alternate labels, original pressings, things of that nature. Some not rare at all, find them anywhere, but I like them and they're cool, so I just thought I'd share that with you. And thank you so much for tuning in. Maybe next time I'll have another topic. Okay, goodbye.